going on, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. Hope everyone's well. Tonight we're going to be talking about the Asian Arowana. As you can see here, here's my one here. Nice stunning fish. So let's get on with the video. Right, first of all, let's talk about food. What they eat, what they don't eat, all sorts of bits. So what I feed my fish, he gets pellet he gets pellet 5 days a week. So he gets floating sticks from Hikari or NT Labs. He has algae wafers from, same again, NT Labs, Hikari, and he has sinking pellets as well. So I literally chuck it in there with a capful, throw it in there, as you've seen on videos before, and he just smash it all to bits, chew up all of the bits together. So he's getting a nice bit of floating sticks, Hikari algae wafer, and then some sinking pellet as well. So he's getting loads of meaty stuff and algae bits and all sorts of stuff in there. Spirulina, there's all bits, garlic, so he's getting all sorts of stuff in there. So you can feed him all them sort of bits. Let's get on to frozen food now. So frozen food, I feed him mussels, he gets prawns, he gets whitebait, cockles, all sorts of food you can feed him. I've never fed him worms. A lot of people feed him worms and stuff, but I've never done that. And another thing I've never done, and I've never had a problem with it, is live food. I've never ever fed any of my fish live food. I don't like it, to be honest with you. I keep little fish as well, and I don't think it's fair, and there's the risk of parasites and stuff. So I'm just not a big fan of it. I never will do it. I think it's cruel, but that's just my opinion. It's tank size. Let's talk about tank sizes. So as you know, Arowanas get big. Look at the silver Arowana there. He's huge. He's bigger than my forearm, and the Asian's a big old fish as well. So he's probably pushing near enough 2 feet now. These doors here are sort of 2 foot. Watch when he sort of swims past. As you can see, he is probably 2 foot. So he's a big old fish. The silver's probably 2.5 foot, but he's very chunky as well. So these fish need big tanks. In my opinion, a lot of people say, oh, you can keep them in sort of 1,000 litre tanks, but I don't think you can. It's not fair. This tank's 2,000 litres. I say a minimal, if you're going to keep an Asian, I say minimal 1,500 litres, something like that, like an 8 foot tank. Don't go any smaller than that. And if you're going to keep a silver, they get even bigger. So you're going to need, like, my tank's 10 foot, and do you know what? It'll probably outgrow this tank one day, and I'll have to get something bigger. So if you're going to buy these fish, you need to think about the future with them. These fish, he's 2.5, 3 years old now, and he's like sort of 2.5 years old, nearly 3 years. So they're pushing on big sort of size now. They haven't fully grown, so you need to think about that. If you're getting these sort of fish, tank size is a massive thing. So yeah, tank size, definitely think about what you're doing before you buy these fish. Right, tank mates. As you can see, my Asian Arowana has got tank mates. I've got obviously my silver. Sometimes they don't get along with silver Arowana, so you need to be really careful. I think I'm lucky here. I think my silver Arowanas are male, and I think my Asians are female. That's why they kind of get on. Every now and then they have a little scrap, and then they go for each other's tails and stuff, but that's normal. Oscars and stuff, you can keep them with Oscars. I've got 2 tiger Oscars here. Clown lunches are another good thing to keep with. Obviously, you need to make sure your clown lunches are big enough, because clown lunches take so long to grow. So you don't want to go and buy like this tiny little clown lunch and put them in with like an Arowana this sort of size, you know, because they just disappear overnight. You won't ever see them again. So yeah, look at the size of my clown lunches. Look, they're just big old meaty fat clown lunches, as you can see. I've got 6 of them in here somewhere, so there's loads in between that wood. The clown lunch is a good thing because they go around eating all the food that gets smashed up by the arrows. So yeah, clown lunch is good. Plecos are good. I've got a South in there. I've got a L25 there. There's a raw pleco in there, and there's some, what's it called, green phantoms, and there's a blue phantom in there actually. But I'm getting them out of this tank eventually, them smaller plecos. But yeah, plecos are good fish to keep with them. Another thing, plecos grow very slow as well, so you need to be careful with that, with the arrows. So if you can get yourself like a Southfin or a common plec to put in with your Arowanas, that will definitely help. From like a, you know, when you go to the shops and they've always got like a massive common pleco in the bottom of the sumps and stuff. Yeah, pick up one of them, put them in the Arowanas, they'll be absolutely fine. Dacnoids, I've got a Dacnoid in there. They always get along really well. Dacnoids, it's quite a slow growing fish again, but yeah, they get on really well. What else? There's a bircher at the back there. That's a cool fish to put with it. Basically anything that sort of hangs about at the bottom, you know, with your arowanas. They get on really well because the arrows like to stay at the top. Every now and then they go at the bottom and play about with the sand and bits like that. But anything at the bottom just goes about. You can see my substrate here. It's nice and clear. It's a little bit of rubbish swimming about there, but it's not too bad. Another really good fish which grows. It's not a slow grower, it's sort of a medium growing fish. Is silver dollars. You can see my silver dollars there. All the fish at the moment are sort of sitting at the bottom because I've just done a water change. You can see the heats are flashing blue there on 22 at the moment. I've just done a water change. That's why all the fish are a little bit lazy at the moment. But yeah, silver dollars, 100% get them with your arowanas. They will actually sort of shoal, go in like a shoal, and then the arowanas will think they're actually sort of one fish, and it will actually take their mind off the other arowana. So if you've got a couple of arowanas in the tank, it will actually help them sort of get along together because it gives them something else to look at, you know. So if you kept 2 arowanas in the tank, just these 2 together, I'm pretty sure they'd probably fight. They just get bored of each other and end up having a big old scrap. So yeah, silver dollars and fish like that, really good thing to keep. Right, water parameters. Let's talk about water parameters. So my Asian here, yeah, I bought him from a shop in St Albans, yeah, and he was probably that sort of size, near enough the size of my hand, sort of there. And he was kept in the tank with RO water, and the bloke didn't tell me, didn't say nothing. I just bought the fish, you know, took him home. The actual tail of my arowana as well, when I got him home, he put him in like this stupid polystyrene box, which I was a bit annoyed about. And there was no tail left. The tail actually come off in the box. I was absolutely gutted. I rang him straight away and said, look, I've just got home, tail's gone, this, that, the other. He said, oh God, if anything happens, like we have to refund you or whatever. And I said, look, it's what it is. I'll keep an eye on him, doing water changes, and this is the outcome now. Look, he's just absolutely stunning fish. He's massive, he's eating healthy. I keep saying he, I think it's a she, but yeah, it's just a beautiful fish. Everyone comes around the house and goes, wow, what is that fish? You know what I mean? Not a lot of people know what it is. They think it's like sort of a gold bar, but anyway, it's me blabbing on just about rubbish. So water parameters, they're not very fussy fish. They just like clean water, okay? They will actually adjust to their tank. You can see his eye there looking at us. Look. They will actually adjust to their tank. So I just sort of banged him in. I had a 6-foot tank I put him in when I first got him. It went a bit funny when I first put him in there, and I was absolutely pooing myself about it, and I thought, oh no, I'm gonna lose him. Like, he's in RO. Like, my water's really hard around here. We've got like 7.8 pH around here, and I think like he was keeping him like a 6.2 in the shop, 6, something like that. But yeah, they adjust. They've got a special gill which adjusts. They're not like discus and fish like that. They're not very finicky. So but yeah, don't worry too much about that. As long as your parameters are stable and you're doing your weekly water changes, they'll be fine. To be honest with you, they're quite easy fish to keep, you know. As long as you keep them fed, they need heavy filtration, that sort of thing. All right, let's talk about filtration. So they do need big filtration, Asian Arowanas. As you can see, I've got 3 FX6s on this tank, but my next tank, I will get a sump. I've learned my lesson. These are really good filters, but it is a lot of hard work. You know, clean them out every like sort of 6 weeks or so, and they do take a while to clean, but they're great filters. As you can see, my tank is nice and crystal clear. I know I've just done a water change, but they do pump the water around like there's no tomorrow. And then I've got my wave pumps at the back there, which you see the water, like once she moves out of the way, you can see like sort of the water, see it moving on top. So all of the water's just getting caned around the tank all the time, so nothing actually gets a chance to sit about. So yeah, water movement is a massive thing for these arowanas, I've found anyway. They like to be sort of blown about in the water. They don't like still stagnant water, you know. Look, you can see like sort of this whole top of my tank is just sort of moving, you know. There's nothing sitting around, and that will actually help with your substrate as well. So yeah, water movement's a massive thing, huge thing. There was one other massive step I forgot to talk about earlier on in the video. Let me have a good think about it, and we'll come back to that. Back to tank mates. Okay, so as you know, there's another good fish you can keep with your tank mates, as if you've got a huge tank. If you've got a huge tank, you can keep these fish. They are peacock bass, okay? I used to have 2 Temenses, a mono and a Reno bass in this tank, and it just, the Temenses outgrew this tank massively, really fast, so I just got rid of them in the end. But I probably could have kept the mono and the Reno, but they were eyeing up the clown roaches and stuff. I've never seen fish as aggressive as peacock bass in my life. You know, their mouths, when they open their mouths up, they're huge. They're like sort of double the size of Oscar's mouth. So yeah, peacock bass is a great fish to keep with arowanas and stuff, as long as you haven't got smaller fish like these clown loaches. As you can see, look how small these clown loaches are compared to these arowanas, and the arowanas getting along really well with them because they've sort of grown up together. You know, I've kept them. The clown loaches were sort of quite big about 2 or 3 years ago when I got these lots, so they've sort of grown up together. You can see how big the clown loaches are there. Look at the size of the belly on that one. I've had these fish like sort of 10 years. But anyway, that's my care guide on Asian arowanas. I don't know what else really to say about them really. I've covered food, we've covered all that sort of bit, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, I'm sort of going to end the video there. But this week I've just hit 1,500 subscribers. I'm over the moon about it. I'm absolutely yeah, really happy about it, and I've got 80,000 views on all my videos at the moment. So the channel's sort of growing really fast the last couple of weeks. So I'm really pleased about that. But I hope everyone's enjoying the channel and liking all my videos and stuff. But anyway, if you're not, subscribe my channel, ding your notification bell, whatever you do, and yeah, thank you very much for watching.